Hello everyone and welcome back to Just Cause 4. I'm your host, Eli the Fatigued. We're just, hanging out. Hanging out in the air, watching the pixelated tornado. Yeesh. Do not adjust your sets. That is just the game. Alright.
Found a lab built around some sort of circular device. It's pumping a lot of air.
That must be the wind nest. Can you get to its central processor?
Need to shut down that airflow first.
Are there any generators or breakers connected to it?
Good question.
These things are disgusting.
Alright, Mr. Sniper. I've had enough of you already. Same with your buddy. You know what? Just for kicks and giggles. Alright. What else we got? I think the assault rifle's fine. Yeah, this is the perfect place to set it up. Wow. No. And apparently I can't shoot here because of this barrier? That's jank. This game. I like the game, but there's some serious things wrong with it. As I keep saying. Alright, where's the stupid generator? Could you guys just stop, honestly? I bet you can't even shoot through those stairs. Wow. Okay, there he goes. Oop, I think that's it right there.
Just flipped a breaker.
Bet there's several more. That wind nest must need a lot of power.
Alright, at least I know what I'm looking for now. I should have looked in it, because it says flip the breakers, so... Could you not? I hate those automated turrets. They're friggin' annoying. Alright, where's this, I'm pretty sure I've got my loadout, but I'll check. Yeah, I've got my loadout. Thinking it was down. I was thinking it was, yeah.
right, let's do this.
You guys could just not. That was a delayed reaction if I ever saw one. Oh, hi, Mr. Drone. That was funny. This game. Really? Is it inside there? Okay. Okay, no, this is just a wind tunnel. Wow, game. That was weird. Let's get this one out of the way first. Well, I guess. What is this freaking grenade launcher guy? Okay. It's gotta be up here, right? I wouldn't put it inside in a weird, awkward place, right? There it goes. Yeah, for some reason, the reeling in wasn't working that time, even though I did that once.
One Black Hand unit, stand by for more intel.
He's better than the last one, for sure.
But these guys literally just spawned in right there. It's funny. I saw it. Ow. I think I understand how I have to do this, and I hate it. Unless I can... Okay, thank goodness.
Sounds like it's stopped.
Yeah, they wouldn't put a stupid
Easy standing by to
puzzle
help you with the central
in this
processor.
kind of
Head
game.
over there.
All units, hold positions.
Rico, before you...
What?
Nice.
Plug it into the transmitter I've marked. Hurry!
See, on my way.
Black Hand systems often use refrigerated drives. Security measure. If the drive gets too warm, it becomes unusable.
Okay, that was
Get into
weird.
that transmitter, and I can take the data safely.
No further contact. All units, stay alert.
Nice. Nice.
Copy on hostile contact. Ready to engage.
Where?
No further contact. All units, stay alert.
Nice.
He's plugged in, is he?
Ian, I'm working.
What is
All
these?
teams,
Oh,
unauthorized
transmitting.
access at
Okay.
Research Dome transmitter. Stop them at all costs. Don't let anything happen to that transmitter.
Okay. Do I have a big gun here to defend it, or no? No, this is a scientist place, so of course there wouldn't be. I guess I'll just defend, from the stairs, right? That's all I really can do. Where did you guys come from?
Copy on hostile contact. Ready to engage.
Unless, yeah, they must have just ran up the stairs, I guess. Nice. Oh, that could have been bad. You jerk nugget. Alright, enough of you guys and your shenanigans.
I'm picking up a chopper. Keep your eyes open.
Oh, frick.
There we go.
Oh, that works, I guess. Frick. Ow. Ow. Will you get up, please? Oh my gosh. There's so much happening right now. And this rocket launcher guy needs to die. Okay. This helicopter also. Oh my gosh. Where is...
I lost my connection. I almost had it.
There we go. And train goes down. Literally everything showed up right at the same time. What the frick, man? Of course, signal
He's
jammers,
plugged in, is
right?
he?
Ian, I'm working. All teams, unauthorized access at Research Dome transmitter. Stop them at all costs. Don't let anything happen to that transmitter. I lost my connection. I almost had it.
Oh my gosh, this is...
The black
What the
deployed
frick,
signal
man?
jammers. I'll mark their positions.
Oh my god. I'm so upset with this game. This is so jank. There we go. Oh my gosh.
Acknowledged. Intruder on site. All units engaged.
Yes.
Hostile hazard re-engaged.
Connection's back. Ah, man. Okay, just keep that transmitter going a bit longer.
I mean, I guess that worked. Oh, that's fun. That was a cool little detail. I like that. Will you please fire? Oh my gosh. It just randomly decides you can't fire. Stupid.
On site. All units engaged.
Bye, drone. Okay then. And now there's literally just nothing.
up the data.
Yeah,
Easy.
it's the inconsistent difficulty in this game is a little awful, honestly.
Dios mío.
I don't know why. I guess because there's mountains? Okay, that kind of makes sense, I guess. Cool. Oh.
Oye, spread your wings, Rico!
Heck yeah! I don't know where you went, but yeah. Yeah, it's weird. 'Cause I guess it's that one? Maybe? I don't know. That tornado. I'm sorry. Every time I see that janky pixelated tornado, I'm just like, okay.
You said
Honestly,
yourself, Rico. Let's hit Espinosa where it hurts. His wallet. Brisa Auto is where he manufactures cars for Solinos who can't afford the imports.
honestly, I personally think the game would be better if you could actually help your people push instead of just like, oh yeah, you can get extra troops, you can push the battlefield line. I think it would be better if, how do I put this? If you have to manually push the lines. I think that would make it more, you know? Because all this arbitrary moving the lines whenever you have enough people, it's, I don't know, it's not fun. I mean, it is. Like, the rest of the game is fun, but like, oh, now our battlefield lines have moved. I don't know. I feel like there should be an option to actually personally lead the charge when you advance the battle lines. So it's not just like, oh yeah, these troops have moved here, these troops have moved here, there's new battle lines. I don't know. I'm getting kind of bored of the game, I think. It's a good game. It just, I don't know. Feels like they could have done more to actually add content to the game aside from these stupid challenges. I don't know. I feel like they were trying to make it too much like Grand Theft Auto or what's the game? I've said it several times. Saints Row, which is fine, but like this is a different feel to it, and it like you literally could have had more. The gameplay's fun.
Entering the Pisa automobile factory.
No, I'm not.
That factory's highly automated. Can't build that thing without its computers. Izzy figured out a way to, so just let me. We overload the power grid, then scramble the systems and render the factory useless.
How do I overload the grid?
This factory has been expanded half a dozen times. Power every circuit at once, and the grid will short. When the system reboots, I take it down. The power grid's accessible from 3 different QC bays.
I don't know. It feels like the actual war is artificial. Like, you don't see any war-torn stuff back there that you advanced. The battle lines are just moving when you deal enough damage to the enemies, which is fun in its own right, but it's just, I don't know, I feel like it's just getting kind of boring to me. It's a beautiful game, aside from that tornado. I don't know. I feel like it could have done more. It just, the gameplay feels like, okay, you're destroying some factories and stuff. You gain some people to your cause, and then, oh, magically the battle lines have moved. You know, aside from the rendering distance, it looks like, which I think is an option I should probably change. It's a beautiful game, but the gameplay has gotten old really fast. I don't know. I'm the kind of person that it's my ADHD. I get into a game and then I can suddenly burn myself out. And I've played for almost 6 hours now, which it's been fun, but it's literally just doing the same thing over and over and over again without much variation. There's like generators, there's power, there's breakers, different stuff to do. It's really cool to destroy the helicopters with the tool that you have, the grapple hook tethers. It's really cool. It's really awesome. But I think they focus too much on challenges and races and stuff rather than actual substance to the story, the gameplay, and the war. Because yeah, I could go down there and I could help them fight on the front lines, but it literally makes no difference. They'll send infinite reinforcements at us. I mean, sure, in the top right, I'll have that chaos meter and I'll gain more and more reinforcements, but that's also a really slow way to do it. I mean, a couple episodes ago, you saw me in that same fight for like, what, 15, 20 minutes or something? And I didn't even gain one reinforcement point. And I felt like I did really well in that up until I died. I think I gained like half of one or something. But I don't know. I feel like that could be extended a bit more. Like, requiring you to fight on the front lines and like fight in these special objectives. I think that would have been better. I'm very bored because I've spent a lot of time traveling in the air, because traveling on ground is atrocious because you can't get anywhere because you're constantly sorry, doorbell rang. Because you're constantly just getting mobbed. It's the same thing Far Cry 2 had an issue with. I mean, that's an older game, is the sad thing. And this is a much newer game. It's like almost 15, 20 years newer. Far Cry 2 was like 2003, 2004. This is 2018. It's like 15 years, yeah. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just the style of these games, but I feel like they could just add a bit more meat in these style of games. Like, I'm all for going to objectives and doing stuff, but it is such a pain to go on the ground. And then in the air, you're just doing nothing and you're bored, and then you just go from objective to objective, and then you don't really get to explore the game. Because exploring the game is a pain. Trying to get anywhere is a pain. Even in your own territory, there are still enemies that come and attack you. That has happened several times. I don't know. I might come back to this game. But I think for tonight I'm done. This was fun. It was a good distraction from other things that I've been doing. But, yeah. I think I'm gonna get this high score here and then I'll be done. The music's nice. I just hope it's not content ID, what's the word? Content ID matched, or, you know, if it is, that there's no, like, monetization if it appears on my channel, because if so, I might just delete the series because I don't care enough about this game to deal with the content ID of the music. If they don't even think to say, hey, people are going to play playthroughs of this, we should, you know, not content ID them or whatever. So yeah, if that happens, this series might disappear and you might not hear me saying any of this. And that might be why I haven't seen very many playthroughs of this game. Because no one wants to play it. Because there's no actual substance to the game. I don't know. Again, it's just the way these kind of games play. And it's okay, but like, for a game made in 2018, there's literally like not a whole lot. Like, I keep comparing it to Far Cry 2 because that's what it feels like. I've played Far Cry 3 and there's a lot more in Far Cry 3 than there is in this game. I mean, sure, there's the races and the challenges, but those are stupid and boring. If I wanted to play a racing game, I'd play a racing game. I mean... Oh, whoops. Apparently, I lost the drifter thing after, like, manually adjusting. Okay, but you just have to let your character drift then. I see. That's dumb. Alright. Thank you guys who have hung out in the short run series. I might come back to it in the future. It's one of those games... Hey, I can see my shadow. That's cool. It's one of those games that's fun, but it can't hold my attention for too long. The reason why Warframe and RimWorld and 7 Days is this: there's just always so much to do. And with this, it just feels like I'm very powerful, which is cool. I like power fantasy stuff. I like being a powerful character and destroying villains, but then they just keep spawning and spawning and spawning. And it feels like I don't get anything done. And again, it's just the same style game as GTA, and I keep forgetting the name. Why do I keep forgetting the name? What's it called? Saints Row. There we go. Yeah, it's that same style, which is not a bad style, but it's just like, for someone like me who has a fairly short attention span, I need something to do. And doing the same thing over and over again is not fun, even in Warframe. I get tired of it in Warframe, which is why I'm not playing Warframe right now. But at least in Warframe, there's plenty of different things to do. In this, it's literally just the same thing over and over and over again. I don't know. I'm not really ranting. I'm just saying my feelings for the game. Hey, darling. Yeah, I wouldn't really call this a rant. I would just, yeah, I would say this is how I feel about the game. Hi. It's a good game. I highly recommend it to people who enjoy this game, or this kind of game, but for me, I need something more to do than fly around shooting enemies constantly. Like, if there was hunting, that'd be cool. If there was fishing, that'd be awesome. And I think that's where the Far Cry series excels over this game, and that's why I think this game didn't do too well. Because Far Cry and other games have a ton of different stuff to do, but in this, it's like racing and shooting and just doing the same missions over and over again, which I think is part of the issue, is that these little missions for taking over the locations, it's the same thing over and over again. And I get it. There's a ton of territories, okay? I get it, but like, I've taken over, what, almost a third of this island now in 6 hours? Okay.
Yeah, it's giving you kisses.
I've been playing in 6 hours, taken over a third of the island, and I've gotten bored of the same thing over and over again. I don't know. I think at this point I'm just kind of repeating myself. I'm sure I'll play this game again in the future, but I think I'm done playing it for today and probably this month. Might see it again in 2022. This is November, like early November, so by the time this finishes as a series, it'll be like mid-December or so. Look forward to this coming into 2022, if I decide to play it again. But yeah, again, I have ADHD. I have very short attention span sometimes, and a game catches my interest, and then cool. But if it has only the same thing over and over and over again, it will quickly lose my interest. Again, I'm just repeating myself. Might go play Warframe or something. Thanks for hanging out. Those who have hung out in chat. Thanks for those who watched me on YouTube. I feel like I did pretty well in this series so far. And I feel like I'm pretty skilled with the basic mechanics of movement and flight and gunplay, because it's just third-person shooter. I mean, it's a shooter. Like, what else can I say there? It's a shooter. And the movement mechanics are decent, at least compared to Just Cause 2. I feel like Just Cause 2 was a lot clunkier than this, but it still feels clunky sometimes. And I think part of that is because I can't sprint. Like, the fact that I can't sprint, I think, is unfortunate. Anything else good about the game? Yeah, it's beautiful, as I've said. I'm trying to think of anything else good with this game, and then I'll go into what else I disliked so far. This wing glider, jetpack thing. I like it. I think it's a good addition. Really helps with the mobility, which is much needed when you're in the air. Because otherwise you just have the wing glider and the parachute. And it's not that great. So adding the jetpack definitely helps with mobility, and it is much appreciated. Yeah, it's beautiful. I think I've said that a few times now. Beautiful, it's got good effects. It runs really well. Like, it is one of the best optimized games I have played in months. Like, it is polished well in that aspect. It runs well. My computer sure is pretty powerful, but I've had no crashes, which is a major problem with Just Cause 3. And Far Cry 3, to be fair. But, like, it has its pros and its cons. The actual gameplay can get very boring, but the fact that it's so well optimized means that it's pretty good, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who wants to play this. Like, it is fun. If this is your style, try it out. It's pretty good. I think other stuff I like. I liked that like temple in the sinkhole. That was cool. The characters are okay. I don't have any real feelings about the characters. They're kind of they exist. There's no real depth to them. The story, it was good, but like the first hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, the story was really good, but it's really dipped down in that you're not really talking to anyone in person, which I get, you know, you're out and about and doing stuff, want to like be on comms, but it'd be nice to every now and again like meet up at an HQ or something and talk about stuff. And I think it kind of has done that and probably will in the future. But I think it could be done a little bit more often, just to take you from the constant repetition of the same thing over and over again. So I think the story's been good. The actual storyline, super weapon. Someone got his father and the lady's uncle, and her cousin's one of the bad guys' henchmen, one of his like top lieutenant. It's okay. Nothing wrong with it. I will say I've appreciated the fact that there's not been a lot of swearing in this game. That's something I feel that Far Cry has way too much of. And this game, it has sworn a few times, like the main character specifically. But I think those were appropriate. I'm not a swearer. I don't cuss or anything like that. But I understand that some people cuss to express and, you know, just say, ugh. And I think that's okay, overall. And I think he's used it at the proper times. He's just like, ugh. So, I think that's been okay. Things I've hated. Every vehicle ever. I think the only vehicle that was kind of okay was one of the choppers. But, like, piloting the helicopters, at least on mouse and keyboard, I'm sure it's a lot better on controller. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it would be better on controller, and I might just play it on controller entirely next time around. Yeah, I feel like next time I play, I'll play on controller. Someone remind me. I don't know if anyone will, but definitely would rather try that, because I think that's been part of the issue, is that controlling vehicles on mouse and keyboard can be real janky in general. It's not just this game, it's many games. Something I've appreciated, third-person driving. That's something that Far Cry, I think, got wrong. First-person driving is atrocious. It is the worst thing in video games. It is just bad. It is not fun. There's way too much jankiness and ridiculousness and awfulness in first-person driving. Yeah, I haven't enjoyed the vehicles. I don't enjoy the constant enemy spam. It'd be nice if there was just like a break now and again, especially in your own territory. Let's see. I really do like the hang glider, the parachute, and the wingsuit, and just the mobility in the air. I feel like it's pretty well done once I got the jetpack part. I mentioned that earlier, but I wanted to mention it again because it's really good. I don't want to just constantly harp on the bad things of the game. So there are good things. Oh man, I actually can attach to jets. Oh well. Yeah, again, it's a pretty game. I think the gunplay is kind of stale. You don't really have any sort of attachment to your guns, because you just pick up any and every gun you can. Which I get, it's a war. Sure. But I feel like some more attachment to the guns would be nice. Being able to customize at least one. Customize at least one gun. Would be nice. And then the others can just be picked up off the streets. That's fine. Sadly, I think Far Cry does that as well. Not great. No wait, no, you can customize guns in Far Cry 3. I'm wrong. Metal Gear Solid 5, I think, did it really well. Hey, Black Fox. I'm actually just kind of recording my feelings right now of the game so far. Metal Gear Solid 5 did weapon customization really well. So, yeah, I think the weapons could have been better. Yeah, I've been doing missions for the past, like, 6 hours. Black Box, I'm kind of just relaxing at this point and reporting how I feel about the game. I might be ending the stream here soon as well, to be honest. It's been fun. Like, don't get me wrong, this has been very fun. I'll probably be back to it eventually. But I think I'm definitely done. I'll let myself get down to the ground for the drifter thing, and then I'll be done. Again, highly recommend it to anyone who wants to try the game. I think it's a good game that was pretty well polished. Again, like, I have to say, it is one of the most... What am I trying to say here? Yeah, no problem, Black Box. Thanks for hanging out. What was I saying? Yeah, it is well optimized. That's what I was saying. It is pretty well optimized for games nowadays. There are so many games out there that are just not well optimized. Granted, this game has been out for 3 years. I'll say that. It has been out for like 3 years. So that's probably where part of the good optimization has come from. But to be fair, a lot of games out there, even after being out for... I'm gonna pick on 7 Days to Die here. Granted, they're a smaller company, studio, whatever, fine. But even games that have been out for a decade are not as optimized as this game. So... I think it's a good game. And I will come back to it in the future. It has definitely been fun. Come on, let me get to 4,000. Nice. Oh wow, okay, that didn't stop the drifter thing. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the YouTube episode here. So for future YouTube, thank you guys for joining us here. I really appreciate you guys hanging out and watching the YouTube episodes. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and or subscribe if you've enjoyed any dimension of this episode. It really does help support the channel, and I do appreciate the support. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.